What's going on, guys? Joe Stroud with Unleashed Strength Gym. Today, we are taking a behind the scenes look once again at the gym, and we're gonna be looking today specifically at how much money we spent on equipment for that opening day. Now, since then, we've made a lot of upgrades and there are plenty of things that we're still going to make improvements on. But today I want to go specifically over the equipment that we had in here opening day and go over how much we had to make for that initial investment. Now, there are a million variables that are actually going to determine how much you spend for the equipment in your space. Obviously, the size of your space, the type of gym that you're opening, the quality of the equipment that you're getting, etc. You can obviously go for the low end budget side of things, which might save you some money in the beginning, but in the long run, it's not going to be cost efficient. Or you go to the top of the line with the most fancy and brand new equipment you can find. We obviously found most of our stuff within those two extremes. We got some stuff brand new, we got some stuff on the budget side of things, we also got some stuff secondhand. It all kind of depends on what the equipment was, what we were looking for, and the quality that we were looking for that particular piece. It was all about trying to figure out how we can save money while still investing in quality equipment that was going to keep our members safe and perform to a very high standard. We wanted a lot of different people to be able to use our equipment, from beginners to professional athletes who are going to be handling hundreds and hundreds of pounds. That being said, let's hop in, take a look at the equipment that we had for the gym, how much money we spent, and you can see the grand total at the end of the video. So first things first, let's talk about a couple of our centerpieces of the gym. Over here behind me, we have the 6-station rig. The rig is actually a combination of two different rigs, kind of Frankensteined together. First, we have the GetRx galvanized outdoor rig. This is a 2-station rig. It's got the 15-foot uprights on one side to host the climbing rope, as well as the arm extension to hold the two rings. This outdoor rig costs us about $1,500 after shipping, which may seem like a lot, but for all that we got out of it, I'm pretty happy with the purchase. Not only do you get two quality squat stations, we're able to add the rope, add the rings, and make it overall a really versatile space. We were able to mesh this 2-station rig with a 4-station rig from MD USA that we got from a CrossFit gym that was upgrading some of their equipment. We spent about $900 on this section of the rig, and while the pieces didn't line up perfectly, they lined up well enough that we could create a solid, versatile 6-station rig. What's great about this thing is that being a strength training facility, we have a lot of people doing squats and other barbell movements. Not only can you do all those different kind of barbell movements, but we have a ton of pull-up bars. You have the rope, the rings, the dip bar, the TRXs, and overall it's really versatile. You can do a whole bunch of different things in it and accommodate a lot of different people at once. Our mindset with all this equipment hunting and when planning the space is that we needed to make the best use of the small space as possible. We didn't want a lot of big single-use equipment that was only going to allow one person at a time to work out for one very specific purpose. We wanted things that were going to be very versatile and allow for a host of different uses, as well as multiple people at once. Right next to our 6-station rig, we got our squat cage. The cage is from Rep Fitness, which actually ended up being our biggest equipment supplier. The cage cost just over $600, and overall I love the quality of it. It's super sturdy, super heavy duty, has beautiful laser engraved numbers on the uprights, and overall it's just performed exceptionally well. The cage usually supports our really heavy squatters, but can be used for a number of different exercises. What's nice about the cage is it offers an additional sense of security and safety for those heavy lifts, while still being a very versatile and good looking piece. Keeping on the Rep Fitness train, we also got our weights and benches from them as well. Now, we had two different orders of weights actually come in. The first order was with this Black Friday deal. It was also a bulk discount, so we ended up getting them for an amazing price. We were right about 79 cents a pound, and for brand new iron, that's pretty much unheard of. They also have a 3% tolerance, so it was really a no-brainer to go with Rep. They also look fantastic, and besides a few of the smaller plates chipping on occasion, we're super happy with the quality of the plates. We also have a whole host of utility benches from Rep, which came with our big order as well. Overall, very happy with the quality of the benches. However, I plan to upgrade them in the future, as I think they're a little better suited for home use. At a commercial gym setting, you obviously just get so much more use on these utility benches, and the wear and tear is starting to build up a little bit on them. Got a few other smaller accessories from Rep Fitness as well. We spent about $6,300 at Rep for the rack, the weights, the benches, and the rest of the accessories. While we're talking about the free weights, let's talk about our barbells. Now, a lot of people don't really understand the importance of high quality barbells, but in a strength training facility, you have to have good ones. We wanted barbells that were going to be tough and be able to handle a lot of weight, also something you're going to be able to grip and really hold on to. We knew we didn't want to cut ourselves short on barbells and end up with pieces of junk, but you can also spend a fortune on really high quality barbells. During Black Friday a couple of years ago, we were able to pick up 10 gorgeous Elite FTS barbells for about $220 a piece with free shipping. After taxes and fees, we were looking at about $2,300 for 10 gorgeous barbells. We have 5 Elite FTS power bars and 5 multi-use bars that can be used for just about anything. We also have a couple specialty barbells in the Texas deadlift bar and the Texas squat bar. Both are fantastic, and we ended up getting those for just over $300 a piece. We also have a host of accessory barbells. We started with the camber bar, safety squat bar, axle bar, and a couple other smaller things as well. While we're talking about the utility benches, let's go right into the dumbbells. To be a legitimate strength training gym, we knew we wanted to have at least dumbbells up to 140s or 150s. You can spend tens of thousands of dollars on a set of dumbbells that big, but we had to try to find a way to cut our costs down. We ended up piecing 3 different sets together. We got a beautiful set of old school Intech dumbbells from 5s to 100s and 2 racks for $2,000. Searching on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, I was able to snag 130s, 135s, 140s, and 145s that relatively matched our Intechs, or at least had that similar pro style look, up in Delaware, and I grabbed them for $900. I was able to snag the remainders, 105s to 125s, from Buckeye Fitness for about $1,500, which included shipping. Overall, these dumbbells look great. I'd eventually love to get the urethane covered heads with our logo on the side. I think that'd be super dope, but those again are tens of thousands of dollars for that whole set. These things are holding up just fine. Let's move over to everyone's favorite part, the benches. Now we started the place with 5 Olympic benches, 3 flat benches, a combo rack, and an incline. Firstly, we have our Titan bench that has been amazing for us. It regularly holds over 1,000 pounds. The pad that came with it was pretty much complete trash, but I upholstered my own heavy duty grippy pad for the bench, and it's been amazing so far. We had a York bench press, which lasted for a couple months and we got rid of pretty quickly. I got 2 CYBEX benches, incline and flat, as a package deal delivered to the gym from Craigslist. All in all, between those benches, we spent about $1,300. So far, we've kept the Titan one and the 2 CYBEX benches, and they're holding up great. We also had a budget combo rack from Strong Arm Sport that graced the gym for a few months. Overall, it was pretty good, but it wasn't getting a ton of use and it was really low to the ground. Some people like to use it for benching, a lot of people didn't like it, and it wasn't really getting used for squatting at all. We spent about $1,000 on that piece, but ended up selling it off a few months later. We also have a legit custom competition combo rack on its way now, and it's gonna look fantastic in here. It's gonna be a really nice upgrade to the space. To round out the free weight stuff, let's talk about our deadlift platforms. Now, we made our Olympic lifting and deadlifting platforms ourselves. In all, we spent about $600 on material between plywood and rubber matting. Could have spent more, we could have spent less, but we found a good layout for the platforms that worked really well, and we're pretty happy with how they're holding up. So let's talk about the other centerpiece of the gym, the Bodymaster 8-stack. This thing is awesome, it's gorgeous, and I absolutely love it. And I think I love it even more because of how great of a find it was. We weren't really even considering an 8-stack just because of how expensive they usually are. Even used in refurbished towers or crossovers, you're looking at anywhere between $800 and $1,200 per stack. So an 8-stack would be well over our price range. However, I was looking through Facebook Marketplace one day, and an $800 8-stack popped up in my feed. I couldn't believe it. I've never replied to a posting so quickly, and somehow we got the piece for $1,200 delivered. Like I said, this is a find of our lifetime. We were super excited to get it, and it was a really big game changer for the space. Obviously, it has 8 different stations for cable movements, as well as 2 stations for pull-ups, so you can have a ton of people working out on it at one time and doing a whole bunch of different exercises. Still super pumped about that piece, and I'm still kind of on a bit of a buyer's high from snagging that 8-stack. Segueing into the rest of the equipment, we really didn't have a lot of machines when we first opened. We had a leg extension leg curl, which we snagged for $300, originally $3,000, and I think that was about it. Between some pieces that we had in storage and some other finds that we were able to lock down, we ended up getting a whole line of machinery that you were able to really get a full body workout in with just the machines. I'm actually gonna run through them now and include the prices in the overall initial investment, just because I think they're important to the gym. They play a big role in this space, and ultimately I wish we did have them at the beginning. So we have our Paramount chest press and shoulder press, which were no joke $55 a piece. We have our hyper extension, which ran us about $300. We have our belt squat that was about $750, and then our leg press, which is just over $800. Now, as I said, we're trying to be very careful with what kind of machines we bring into the space. They usually have a large footprint and can only be really used for one specific thing and can only hold one person at a time. With this small space, we want to be very space conscious and really make sure we're using the space as efficiently as possible. So last but also least, we do have our cardio section. We have 2 treadmills that we dropped about $550 on total. We have an elliptical that we actually got for free. We have a water rower we spent about $200 on. We have our Stairmaster that was $1,000, and then our Airdyne bike that was about $150. We weren't concerned about a huge cardio section because for the majority of people that are coming here, cardio is not the main focus. But having these pieces here still attracts people who might otherwise not be interested in the space, plus really anybody can use them. There's also stuff around the gym, little miscellaneous stuff like some storage or medicine balls or bands, that kind of thing. I'm not gonna bore you taking you through each one of them, but we're just gonna add them to the total here anyway. Ultimately, there's a million variables that can affect how much money you spend on that initial equipment investment. I think we did a great job balancing budget with quality, and overall I'm really happy with our selection that we have here. Through a lot of market research, understanding what we were trying to build, scouring Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist, and a lot of quick action, we were able to find a ton of amazing deals and save a lot of money in the end. I'm convinced some of our finds were providential because some of these things were just too good to be true. I actually had a lot of fun doing all the research, setting up the spreadsheets, and trying to create the ultimate gym equipment list that fit our budget. It was definitely a challenge, but in the end, super proud of the equipment that we have here, and overall I love our layout. As I said before, it's very versatile. You can do a lot of things in a lot of different places, and you very rarely have to wait your turn. Of course, there are plenty of things we could have done better. We definitely made mistakes, and there are some purchases that I regret, some things that I got rid of that I wish we had, but I consider these things lessons learned, and it just means we have plenty of room for improvement. It makes me really happy to hear people of all experience levels, from very beginners to pro athletes, come in, use our equipment, and say how much they love it. The equipment that we have gives it that kind of old school feel, but still maintains a sharp and clean appearance. There's more miscellaneous costs that really start to add up. What I can tell you is that we spent a little over $25,000 for the equipment for the space. Honestly, I think this is a really low budget equipment list, and overall I'm super proud of it because I think the majority of the equipment is still very high quality. We've spent money building, upgrading, repairing already. We have plenty of upgrades in store for the future as well. That initial investment just really got us off the ground, but it really set the stage to provide a great gym, a great space, and overall start this awesome community. I know you guys got more questions for behind the scenes at USG, so definitely drop them below. You can also help this channel grow by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you guys so much. Hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I can't wait to get the next video out for you guys. We'll see you soon. Peace.